I'm going to read a list of names, addresses, and amounts. After I get done with that, that'll be your time to speak if you're here for one of these properties. Laura Charlesworth, 107 North Garfield, 10383. Adrian Martinez, 229 West Jasper, 15880. Ann Sean McLaren, 402 West Jasper, 7973. Quentin Stick, 126 North Harrison, 7973. Marcy Myers, 113 North Harrison, 89 even. Walter Hernandez, 214 West Wayland, 12856. Kendra Lovely, 216 West Wayland, 10479. Charlene Wise, 103 North Newton, 7950. Amanda Chilcott, 125 North James, 18592. And Tricia Jada, 210 East Wayland, 17319. Is there anybody here for any of these properties that I've mentioned? Entertain a motion to disconnect.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're up, Judd, as soon as you get settled.
Give me a minute. First one is 222 East North Street, Michael and Tina Goodman.
Here we are again.
1 second here. So what we talked about last time was you're going to repair or replace the roof, the tarped area by November 17th. Repair the missing siding on the south side of the house by tonight. And finish the siding on the northeast side of the dog pen by tonight.
We were on track to have that completed. We were 8 pieces short on the siding, and we were unable to get the brand because apparently each brand has a different connection, how they slide together. So we had to special order 10 pieces of siding, which will be in on November 17th is when Menards is saying to expect it. And I can show you that it's paid for. There's nothing, we've tried going through the bargain bin. We would have to go with a different grain, and it's up at the top. And I've got pictures of where we're at with the siding on that. If you want to see the pictures, I can happily show you.
So is that the only thing on this list of things? Is that the only
For the
thing?
siding, the
Okay.
roof, we still have another month on it.
The
So,
tarp area is supposed to be done, by November 17th, yeah.
yeah, the kitchen roof is
Okay, so the only thing that need to be done tonight is the siding.
correct, which I had to special order siding to get the rest of it so they could collect it.
I'll make a motion that we continue it until next month's meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye. Next one is 419 West Jasper Street. And that is Hood.
Yes.
Okay. Last month, the order was modified to require that by tonight you remove junk and debris around the exterior of the property. Either replace the siding or repaint the siding.
We're in the process of painting.
Okay, just 1 second. Replace the broken and damaged windows. And they held a $2,500 fine for noncompliance and abeyance to see what you've done on those 3 things. So about the junk and debris about the exterior of the property.
Yeah, that's been cleaned up.
Mhm.
There's pictures from today. They ran out of white paint, so they started on red. He was painting that today.
Has the junk and debris been removed?
Not really.
Is it showing in these pictures?
Pardon me?
Is the junk and debris showing in these pictures?
Yeah. Then them pictures were taken today.
How much of the siding or the repainting of the siding, how much painting or siding is left to do?
Probably 50%.
So So we've got tires in the yard, we've got some other stuff that I don't know what it is. We've got some kind of an old yard cart. Looks like 2x4s, look like an old door. An old grill,
That grill that we're still using that grill.
okay. Well, I don't think you're using all the other stuff. And you say you've removed the junk and it's still there?
Yeah, there's little bitty pieces, but I'm just working on getting them all.
It don't take long to pick up a tire.
How about the damaged, John? How
Ask if you're asking.
about the damaged windows?
That way you know
Those
exactly what
have
you're
already
looking at.
been repaired.
Tire?
The windows.
Go on, take pictures so that way you folks know exactly what you're looking at.
No, that's just the old, that's. Come here, baby.
Old tire. You know why we don't want tires and stuff like that? You know why we don't want.
Mosquitoes.
Exactly. And then the next thing you know, they're breeding and they're creating disease and they go over to somebody else's house and spread this disease. So we gotta get this cleaned up.
Okay.
And, you know, stuff like that. You know, this old yard cart, this old wood, I don't know what that is.
That's,
The burn barrel.
the burn barrel, this is off of an old pool.
It's old door, wood.
I must have forgot that one.
And then whatever that is. Okay, Jed, what's our options?
You're holding a $2,500 fine and abeyance, and you can impose that, you can impose additional fines, you can extend your order additional time, you could have town employees or contractors do the work that still needs to be done and send them the bill, and if they don't pay the bill, lien the property.
I really, really, really don't want to fine you folks that $2,500 because clearly you could use the money on your house.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yet you're not playing ball. You're doing this. So you're not working with us here. So what do you want us to do? And leaving you alone is not going to be one of them.
I'll try I'll keep trying my hardest if I can get a little bit more time because with the house and trying to get the house done and going picking all the other stuff up, it's kind of hard on me. It's like taking a toll.
Get another one.
Suggestions?
I say one more month, and if we haven't seen satisfactory progress and all the junk gone, period, then we're gonna impose that fine instantly.
Impose the fine and then we'll send contractors in and they will clean it up and you'll pay that bill too.
Okay.
Is that a motion?
That's a motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Because this way you guys need to know what they're looking at.
The next one is 523 South James Street. And that's Hernandez. Okay. I'm sorry. Serrano, I'm sorry. You were supposed to paint the garage and replace the garage door by,
Well, you guys told me that the painting had to be painted, just replacing the doors. Those are done.
so you said you painted the door?
The doors are no, for replace the doors. The doors are replaced, and last time I talked to you guys, you say they needed to be painted.
Okay.
He put new doors on and they're pre-painted. It's
I see.
done. It can be rescinded.
Okay.
So it's your recommendation to release? Make a motion to release.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Serrano. The next one is 502 South Newton. And that is Deal. Where's Joe Deal? There you are. And you were supposed to cover the damaged front steps with a deck, which would require a building permit by November 17th, so next month. Repair or replace the roof by November 17th. Repair the wood trim windows, the wood trim around the windows by tonight. Repair the stucco by tonight. And trim and abate the weeds and overgrown grass by tonight. So how about the trim around the windows?
The trim around the windows is done except for one window.
How many windows did you do?
Five. Five big windows, or four big windows, one small.
I'm not sure about that. I didn't notice it.
Okay. Okay, but you agree you still have one to do? Okay. And how about the repairing the brick stucco?
And I started that, and it's maybe 60%, 70%, but it is going good.
Are you doing that?
Yes.
Have you seen any of that, John?
I haven't, but I could have missed some of it.
How big of an area are you redoing the stucco on?
All sides of the house.
Okay, oh, you're, okay. Is it a brick house or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And then trim and abate the weeds and overgrown grass. How are you doing on that?
Pretty good, but I haven't touched the weeds in the past month. But they do look pretty controlled.
Has it been kept up, or
It's looking a lot better than what it was.
does it still need work on the weeds and the grass?
Possibly in the front there. I don't know what's flowers and what's not, so.
Is that it?
That's it.
So you are making some progress, and you would agree that he is making some progress? I would move it to next month's meeting, give him another month and review it all again next month's meeting. Make that motion.
Second?
Been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next one is 535 South Central, which is Hugo Villanueva, is that right?
Yeah.
And you're not Hugo, so who are you?
Norma, his niece, and my mom, his sister.
Gotcha, all right. And when we were here last time, yeah, you were here last month too. You were going to remove the remaining junk and debris around the exterior of the property and have NIPSCO remove the electrical line hanging down in the yard or connect it to the house.
Well, all the junk and debris is all picked up, and like about NIPSCO, they haven't went yet.
Okay. Do you know if they're going to remove it or attach it?
¿Sabes si la van a remover o la van a reusar? La conexión de la electricidad a la casa. They said that they were gonna retouch it, like they were gonna reconnect it.
There's another what?
They're gonna reconnect it.
Oh, reconnect it, okay. And so on the junk and debris around the exterior, is,
I was by there this afternoon, it wasn't done.
okay, what types of things are you thinking need to be removed so that they know what we're talking about?
There's a lot of rocks, there's boards. Just,
You have pictures?
Like construction material, or?
no, well, some of it could have been at one time, but then there's just debris around the trees and alongside the property. And around the house. Most of it's on the north side and the west side of the house. And then the trees.
Do you have pictures?
No, I don't.
Could you meet with them and show them?
Yeah.
Okay. When can we meet so can it be a Saturday?
I don't hear.
Can you meet them on a Saturday?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't your number in that order? No. Do you want to give them your cell phone number, or how do you want to make
I'll give
contact?
them a call, sure.
Okay, awesome. So he's got a business card he's going to give you, and based on what they do here, at least you'll know what he's talking about.
I'll make a motion that we give them another month, and John will meet with them on a near Saturday so that they know exactly what we need to do.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
And I don't have any others.
Okay.
I got one for you.
When is gonna be the next meeting?
November 17th.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Is that right, Tina? November 17th, is that?
He said,
Just looking. Yeah.
he was asking you if November 17th was. the
Yes,
day.
that's the right.
I got it. I found it.
So you,
The property is 209 East North Street that has been abandoned. And I have contacted, they have the financial institution has a company that oversees it. And they're saying somebody was still living in there, but there isn't. And that's right next to Todd Sheets. And I've been texting them back and forth. And here they said, we did attempt to go on the site on 9/30, and there were 2 occupants living in time, but there wasn't.
The bank did? The bank said that?
No, this company, guard properties that the bank has hired to watch
Okay.
over it. And it's up for bank sheriff's sale now in December. But I don't know, since it's going, is there
They're
anything
doing
we
an
can?
inspection on that house.
Pardon me?
They're gonna do an inspection on that house on Wednesday, some company is, for a potential buyer. They called me this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one directly down from me? Yeah, I've mowed that yard twice. There's been nobody in and out. There have been some pickup trucks there recently, like a company of some sort. But as far as somebody living in there,
No,
there's been nobody in there in a couple months at least.
I'm not sure if you want to start the machinery or see what happens on Wednesday.
let's see what happens on Wednesday and address it at the next meeting if we need to.
Okay.
Because that whole fence is falling, they've got a privacy fence that's falling out also.
Anything else, John?
Potential buyers are
Yes,
going to look at it, so.
And Friday the other day.
A lot of these people have been, homeowners have been notified about cleaning up their property and they're not, and leaving trash cans out. How do we go about doing any fines that they have been notified about the fines?
For those, for like non-nuisance, that's not within the nuisance ordinance, that's just violates other ordinances that we have about taking your trash bins in, for instance. I'd send them a letter, a warning, and after the warning, I'd drop the hammer.
Okay, now some of them are, their whole house and property needs cleaned up.
Those are nuisances, those,
Well, I've sent them all that.
okay.
So
Yeah,
if
and they
we
haven't
went
re-
through the system,
So you did a notice of violation letter, and then you did a citation letter, and they still haven't complied?
right,
It's time for the town either to do it, or you file an ordinance violation and try and make them do it, but that'll have attorney's fees. The easy way is for the town or its contractors to do it and send them a bill, wait 30 days and lien it. But I can help you with that. You've got, so who, well, that's you, right? You're the contractor, so hop to it.
I would assume you'd have to give them notice. Wouldn't want to throw away something bad that's theirs in the yard that you could.
Well, they are leaving some things to his discretion. I would agree, like if a grill that, looks like they're using it, I just heard that example, but I wouldn't throw that away. But a tire, building materials, if you think it's junk and debris, if you think it's not, put it on their porch or something if you want it out of their yard, but keep track of your time. and-
Even some of them are probably too big for you to do, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's that much of a
And
mess.
you're gonna need a dumpster.
Yeah.
So how Warren County does it, which is just a suggestion, if they've got multiple properties and like one won't take all of a dumpster, they'll hit all of them the same the dumpster and send the bills.
Do we have anybody that can do these larger jobs? You do? Okay. Work with Dustin and make it happen.
Okay. The easy way is to, after you've done the notices and things, is to do it, send them a bill. Hopefully they pay the bill. If they don't, lien it, collect it like property taxes.
Just make sure you do all the notices and keep proof that you've done the notices.
Yeah, I make copies.
What's your question?
Question would be like, if a property owner is making improvements, if it's a big area and they are cleaning up but not quick enough, what would be the repercussion, like, instead of just getting a fine or a company coming in and cleaning up, what would homeowners be able to do? Like, couldn't we bring it to you guys? Like, if my yard, if it was the same situation, and if I wasn't getting it cleaned up to as fast as he's saying, if he says, 15 days and I couldn't get it done,
I think if you would bring it to us proactively, don't wait till we come to you, bring it to
Right.
us. And I'm not necessarily speaking to you, I'm
Right,
speaking
no,
to everybody on
that's-
that.
I'm asking.
Yeah. Then I would say, we typically, if the homeowner shows good faith and shows progress, we have historically proven that we would work with
you
them.
have, yeah.
And it's when they don't show good faith, that's when things get tough. And so, as long as they're trying, we'll try.
And in this case, they're not communicating at all. They haven't replied to the citations. That's the first step. You got to communicate. the whole
I know,
time.
I've had a few other people in town come to me because our property has been brought up so much, our two properties, and they're going, well, with the changes, what's gonna happen? I'm like, I have no idea. And they're like, well, you're at the meeting. I'm like, I can ask, but I don't know.
The first thing they need to do is when they receive these notifications, talk to us, respond to us, don't ignore it. Okay,
Right.
that's the first thing, talk to us. Then, if they're willing to work with us, we'll be willing to work with them, give them time. We understand, not everybody has all the time or all the money, but, some things it doesn't take a lot of time and a lot of money to do. So we
Right.
we don't like people to run sunshine up us.
Well, you guys have been very patient with us, but we're doing more than just the basics that you guys have asked. We're doing a lot more in-depth work than just slapping some siding up.
Okay.
But thank you.
John, was that all you had?
Yes.
Okay, so I've gotten citations for two houses, 234 and 303. I have called John, I have tried to speak with him. At one point there was weeds that were as tall as the house, and I took care of all of them at 303 West Mill Street. I called him to ask about the boat, because my boat is on there, and he couldn't give me an explanation. It was just, I don't know why, but the boat's on there. And then I told him I can't get the windows fixed till March. That's when my contractor could come. And he basically told me that he was trying to get the trash out of the town and I was part of the problem. So he was not very kind to me either.
Well,
And I'm trying to get as much as I'm trying to get it done. There is still stuff that needs done over there.
I gotta tell you, letting weeds get as high as your house is part of the problem.
It wasn't my house. Okay, so it's in probate right now. It was my uncle's house, he passed away. But the attorney wants me to take care of it, but it's like, I already have a house that I'm trying to take care of.
So one's 303 West Mill, and the other is 234 what?
West Mill. And the 234 is the one I reside in, and the 303 is the one that's in probate.
What was the address on the 234?
234 West Mill Street.
West Mill. Both of them are West Mill.
Oh, gotcha.
And I do have a contractor coming, but he can't, and it was like the fairest price, honestly, that I could get. He can't come till March, the end of February, beginning of March, for my windows. And we do have some of the windows, they just have to be, we need somebody to come put them in.
Did you, what was the date on those?
It was 9/10. And there is still a blue pickup and a white Cadillac too, but it has, I even told them like, it has the wrong address on it. This is my house, the 232.
That's the one we're talking about there.
Okay, so it clearly needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
Clearly, and you agree to that?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your time frame?
Give me 2 weeks and I can get the yard completely picked up. Now, as far as, I don't know what to do about the boat, because I don't know what the problem is with having a boat. I can't have it in water in the fall and winter.
Well, let's work on all the rest of it.
Okay.
And we'll talk about the boat later.
Okay.
I didn't see a boat in those pictures.
Yeah, I
Was there a
didn't
boat in
either.
the pictures?
Yeah, it's behind the shed.
There's,
Oh, yeah.
there's 3, counting the boat, there's 4 vehicles there.
There's 2 now.
Okay. If you get it looking nice and there's only, there's just a boat there and it's not like a junky boat, it's just, nice around the boat and all that, that's fine.
Okay.
But here again, if you work with us and show us progress, we will have patience with you. Okay? So I would make a motion that we stay anything that was on that pending review at the November meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
So it's back on November 17th.
Let's see if I can-
Anything else, John?
No.
Financials, Tina?
All right. At the end of September, in our general, we ended with $447,388.77. In our water operating, $72,489.28. Sewer operating, $310,694.03. Trash, $42,722.76, and it gives us a grand total of $2,005,061.95. And I do have several things up there. We need to adopt the 2026 budget.
I make a motion, we adopt the 2026 budget as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay?
And then I have the 2026 trash budget that needs to be adopted.
I make a motion, we adopt the 2026 trash budget as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then the 2026 water and sewer utility budget.
I make a motion, we adopt the 2026 water and sewer utility budget as presented.
Second.
And then the 2026 salary ordinance.
Make a motion, we adopt the 2026 salary ordinance as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And lastly, we need to adopt the appropriation reduction resolution, and that was the money that was not spent on our CCMG in 2025.
Are we losing that? Or is it just going back into
It's
general?
just going back,
Into general?
yes.
Okay. Make a motion that we adopt the appropriation reduction resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that is all I have.
Fire Department, Joe.
Since the last meeting, we've had 12 medical runs, 5 fires. Which is actually kind of nice for the time of year. We have hosted the Right Step Head Start program that came up to the fire department early in the month. We have got one of our members that is currently taking one of the fire 1 and 2 classes, one of the stipulations that the state has told us about. I've worked with, or talked with Jason Fisher out of Fowler, and we're in the process of finalizing a fire 1 and 2 class to which 10 to 12 of our members will take from running from December till approximately April. And I had emailed you guys, I had to get him an answer so you can get the syllabus and stuff for that created. That is gonna be kinda costly, $500 per person that takes it, 10 to 12, 5 to 6,000. I think the reason I said 5,000 to you guys was because I can almost guarantee there's gonna be 10. The 12 still unsure.
So before we, so I thought that was 6,600.
He did send a bill. I gotta ask him. I'm not entirely sure what the, I think the 6,600 was because he was planning on, other members other than just Goodland Fire going. Because normally when they put these on, it's not just one department. They do a group, and you have other area departments to go to it.
So if other departments, they would pay for their members, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you just need us to approve 5,500 right now, or 5,000?
It would be, I gotta deal with a couple of members, but it's either gonna be 5 or 6, somewhere between 5 and 6.
I would
Okay.
approve it to 6.
If you can approve up to 6, then that would be great, because I
Okay.
won't have any more than that.
How's their budget work? How's their budget look?
Good.
Not good? Well, this needs to be done, so can we find some other money to do it? We need,
This is the one I emailed on if we could use to.
Could this be in TIF?
it's not a capital improvement, it's
Yeah.
more of an O and M kind of a thing.
I don't know that, I didn't bring that handbook, I apologize, but I don't know that the services are disqualified. I'll shoot you, I am positive I can't put my hands on the answer, I gotta look at that book.
Well, that's okay, maybe we can come up with some, from another source.
But I will look real fast.
We would have until at least, I mean, the classes aren't going to begin until December.
Did you put more in their budget line item for training for 2026?
No.
Okay, I'm just curious, because then they could wait to
We
do the
had to
bill
cut
after the first of the year.
From line items for 2026.
We'll find it somewhere. If we have to take it out of Good Neighbor or something, we'll find it somewhere. I'll make a motion that we approve, what'd you say, 6,000?
Up to 6,000.
Up to 6,000 for the fire department training?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And after that, like I said, we would get pretty much every member on our department the proper certifications that the state requires. So, and then from there on out, you're looking at maybe 1 or 2 that get added that might have to go, so it'll go back to the normal. But we wanted, I know we had talked, we wanted to get everybody as soon as possible, and kind of knew that it was going to be something like that. Another news, tanker did get repaired, it is fixed, it is back in service and functional. Still working with Jim Large with our new CAD system. You know, we've got the capabilities of it, but he has the passwords that I need to attach it to the trucks. And it's been back and forth between him and I to set up a time to get that taken care of.
Yeah.
Other than that, we've got, I just met with Matt Hahn from Rensselaer. I know that he had come down and he was gracious enough to go to AdCov and do a fire extinguisher training. I went out there with him today to Useful Products and was able to watch how he does it, and I have the PowerPoint and the information so that I would be able to continue that.
with businesses here. And towards the end of November, we are setting up, and I've got it all approved. We're gonna do a pretty good sized extrication training class that'll also be offered to other departments in the area. So we're doing pretty good.
Good. Anybody have anything else for Joe?
November, we also have CPR training, and in February, we have training with NIPSCO. November 29th, we have our Breakfast with Santa with a couple of fundraisers going on. There is the free will donation for the dinner, or for the breakfast, and we will have a free raffle for toys that we've been gathering donations from businesses in the area, that the kids will get toys again. We're hoping for bigger and better this year. Last year, I think we served about 75 children. There is a hog raffle. There will be 2 winners that will win half a hog for the raffle. They're $5 a ticket or $25 for 6. All the members have tickets, and we bounced a few areas. So Tina has raffle tickets. I finally got tickets to Tom, and not Main Source Bank, it's First Financial Bank has tickets as well that they're selling for us. And we also have the letters that went out to the community for donations for gear, because we do have 10 members whose gear are expiring or have already expired by March of next year, and that's about $5,000 per person for our PPE gear. For that fire training, Fire 1 and 2 class, they will not be able to conduct some of the training if they are in expired gear. So
Which currently, we've made it a point where they're not in expired gear, but she is correct, there are gear that is expired.
So by March, if they don't have that done, they won't be able to do the live fire training in the class.
What's the turnaround time from ordering to receiving?
I work with Andy Maddox, and he's, actually, it's not that long. I've already been in conversation with them, and trying to get it set up. I've got a meeting with,
Jennifer Miller,
there
trustee.
you go, to just make sure that it would be covered. And that I can have Andy Maddox come down and we can get it, everybody sized. And the last time we did it, I don't think it's.
Mine was 6 months.
Yeah, and it's a full tailor. There's no small, medium, large, extra large. It's like getting fitted for a suit per person.
Can you give me a listing of all the things you just mentioned? Because I'll be talking to the radio at 11 o'clock on Wednesday.
Joe was proactive. He had me email all of that so that he could forward it to you. So.
Okay.
Trying to get it in a, like she did. You know, she was good at how she described it. So.
It makes me sound intelligent on the radio. Okay, anything else from the fire department?
Nope, I do not believe so.
Police department?
So I am too having issues with the new Caliber report CAD system. Apparently not everything is purged over from the old system, if that makes sense, information. It's not so if you look at my report, it only shows 4 calls from September. And I'm not sure when I printed that tonight why it picked those 4 calls to show. And I'm not sure that it's gonna show it like it used to when I would give it to you and it would show all the calls the county came to handle, whether it be a civil issue or something like that, or why it randomly picked those, but that's what I got for you tonight, so I don't know how many calls we had for September yet.
So it's
I do know we had 2 arrests, 1 warning ticket, 3 dog ordinance violations.
So it's it's a work in progress. You think it'll get better though, huh?
I think it'll get better, but right now, I mean, guess we don't even really know how to call, because like Joe's having issues on his end from the fire department side of it. Joe also works at the jail. The jail's having tons of issues. So I'm not sure
They're working
So
on it.
yes, my answer would be, I hope it's better by next month, because that's going on 2 months now that we've been operating with this.
I can help you with your reporting system. if you
There's
need it.
been.
Well,
there's
to
been
me,
a
it's
lot of-
like they've set parameters in there where I should be able to pull information that I can't, is what it seems to me.
There's been a lot of changes and stuff, and, it's getting better. It's just been a slow process. When you're talking
I think
about
it's a great
mass-
system. I mean-
Yeah, when a mass county system that affects fire, police, and EMS and dispatch, they're working on it, but it's just been kind of slow.
So we just need to be patient.
Dylan, I do have 5 years of experience with it on pulling the reports and everything, so if you need any help, I can at least walk you through on how to do it on the system.
He's gonna need your help more than me.
I'm
I mean, I got a
his
pretty good handle on
trainer
everything.
for it.
There's just information that I'm not, that I think I should be able to access to give in my report that I'm not able to access right now for some reason.
Okay, anything else, Dylan?
No. Oh, yes. I wanted to bring up the fox situation. I know everybody's aware of it, so I'm not gonna go into the details on it.
You mean the captive foxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, long and short, maybe you guys don't know this. So a couple weeks ago, somebody allegedly went into the backyard to the people that own those animals and opened a cage and let them go. Well, those being, raised by them, they were just wandering around in people's yards and looking in their doors, wanting to get in and things like that, because they were a tame animal. I don't know if they ever got them all back or not. They ended up getting a couple of them, I think. But they were seen over here by Co-Alliance along the ditch, like they were kind of following the ditch around the pond in that area. They were over by Tina's house in her woods and kind of controlled to that side of the town. I guess my suggestion would be, because they were 100% legit in having those animals, because we didn't have an ordinance that governed wildlife animals. So they could go to the DNR, get a permit. In short, there's other steps to the process, but they could get a permit to own those fox. So they did that, and then DNR would come out and inspect their cage, which they did, inspected where they lived. There's nothing that we can do. So the complaints that Tina was receiving, that she was mainly noise complaints, I think. That they were making noise back there, which is probably why they ultimately got let loose, but I guess it concerns me a little more that somebody just decided they could go on somebody's property and let those animals out versus the animals being loose at them.
So now we don't have the cat problem anymore.
Those cats will
Yeah, we do.
be there forever.
Well, they never made it to my neighborhood.
Have you seen
But
the
you might
breeder in
wanna
my
think
home?
about
My neighbors?
making an amendment to the ordinance on that.
But even
to
if we-
prevent it in the future.
If we did make an amendment, that wouldn't, just to be clear, Judd, correct me if I'm wrong here, if we did write an ordinance right now that says you can't have those types of animals in town, they would be grandfathered in, right?
They would be grandfathered in, yes. And on the grandfathering, you can put a time limit on that if you want. I mean, for zoning changes, a lot of places will give like 30 or 90 days grace. Then you have to comply unless it involves like a structure, and you don't have to move a structure necessarily. Those are just non-conforming uses that are allowed to continue.
So even if they were grandfathered, they would only be able to keep the animal for 30 or 90 days?
If that's what your ordinance said, or if you say, I guess if IDEM permits or DNR permits the foxes, I don't know that you can restrict those. I'd have to make sure that that's not an area that they have assumed regulation of and excluding the town's regulation of it. I would want to check that. Because if I had to guess, it would say that they would license the foxes unless there's a local ordinance prohibiting it. I'm sure that the state regulation of wildlife in town limits would show some consideration to the
That's
town.
exactly how it works with DNR.
Let's table it tonight. Go ahead and do your research, and we'll talk about it again on November.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure to bring it up tonight.
You can actually get domesticated foxes, pets, buy them, so that's also, I'm not sure how it works with the red foxes since they're native. But you can buy like silver foxes and stuff, and people do buy those as pets, so. I don't know, just bringing that up, in case you didn't know.
Okay, well, we'll take that under consideration, and we'll talk about it again at the November meeting. Is that it, Dylan?
Yeah.
Anybody have anything for Dylan? Street, water, and sewer.
All right, we'll start with streets, and obviously some of this is repetitive month to month because some of our duties don't change. We do weekly mowing of properties in violation of town grass ordinances, weekly mowing of town-owned properties, weekly filling of cans for the mowers since we don't have on-site fuel pumps, weekly cleaning of bathrooms at Public Works Building. AccuDig has completed the catch basin project on North Newton Street. Our contractors are to begin construction of the aggregate building and the park board building sometime around the second week of November is the latest update that I've got. We pushed up and lit the town's brush pile after last meeting before the burn ban was in, just so everybody's clear on that. Wiseman Tree Service did complete the removal of the trees in the ditch on South Central, as well as the tree behind the old BJ's lot on South Newton, which I guess would be kind of behind the barber shop. We've got the cost for the streets list for the 2026 paving totaling $383,000. The match this year for the CCNG grant is 20% instead of 25%. So that's gonna put the town's match at about $76,600 to get all the roads on the list. I've spoken with Tina about it. I think we're able to put it through at this. If not, I will have to take the least of the prioritized streets off the list. We ripped and graded the alley between Prairie and Mill Streets. We had a complaint about potholes there. Filling those in, they just end up being the same thing after winter. So we actually took the teeth down on the box grader, made about 12 passes on the alley, ripped it down about 4 to 5 inches, and then regraded the alley. We're still in the process of obtaining prices for a new bush hog for the Public Works Department. We'll be installing the fall banners downtown this week. We purchased a new fuel pump for one of the town's mowers. We'll be installing that this week as well. Friday, we took delivery of the town's new dump truck after over a year of waiting. And the purchaser for the old dump truck will be completing his transaction towards the end of this week with myself and Tina on the amount we agreed upon when we originally talked about this, which was $6,000. Removed some dead animals from several of the streets, one in particular, 112 West Monroe. Took a trash can to 108 West South Street, took a trash can to 121 North Benton. That's what I've got for streets. Sewer, daily testing. To put it in perspective, it was 35 days since the last meeting, so that's how many times we've tested. Weekly sewer testing, including pulling samples. No E. coli samples for the month because we're still not discharging at the lagoons. Daily lift station checks. Daily cleaning of the contact tank, which is the new tank put in for the chlor and dechlor for our discharge. Daily cleaning of the grit chamber. Daily recording of sodium hypochlorite usage and sodium bisulfate usage. Daily flow recordings, daily lab equipment temperature checks, weekly lab equipment calibrations, daily precipitation recordings. We had to make another Walmart trip to purchase distilled water for lab testing, and we mowed 5 times since last month at the sewer plant. Completed the IDEM and EPA monthly reports of operation as per state regulations. Waiting on parts to repair the sickle mower in order to cut down the weed growth around the lagoons at the wastewater treatment plant. And the end of last week, we met with IDEM to to do the stream flow gauge monitoring system inspection. There was no deficiencies, so you should not see anything on a report for that. The lift station on South Benton had issues. FGF Services has repaired. On the water. Do you have any questions on any of those yet?
Yeah, I have one. There was a time we discussed upgrading the pump on, I think, out here on 1550
We did that.
to rate,
I
and
think
rate,
we did that a year ago.
raise the pressure?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah,
Raise the total capacity of what we can pump out of there, yep.
yeah, okay,
And then we had the tandem one put in on the other side of North Newton, which also helped take some of the load off of that.
yeah.
The trash can deliveries, is that delivering a second trash can, people, or what's going
Sometimes
on?
if they pay for a second, sometimes they have a broken one and they call Tina and need one dropped off and another one taken back. We've had people have their cans stolen. You name it, there's a, not saying that they're not all legitimate, but there's a different reason almost every time that we go down.
So the trash people give you a supply of cans?
Yeah, we keep them currently in the unused side of this building. And when that project starts, we'll have a place for them in another building.
I'll say, I think what we have to be careful of, I see so many people having 2 trash cans.
Right, but
that-
sometimes they pay for those, but they pay for them through Republic
See,
But
that's
Services.
the
it's not the
problem.
purchase of the trash can I'm worried about, it's it's the daily fee. So if you
Yes.
have 2 trash cans, you should pay 2 monthly fees potentially. That's
think
what
the way-
towns are doing.
The way it works here is they get one can on their bill, right?
Right.
If they want a second, they contact
They have to
Republic
contact
directly.
Republic Service themselves.
The bad part is, we don't know,
Right.
driving by, because we don't have that list, whether they stole a can or took it from a house that somebody moved out of, now they got 2, they're not paying for it. We're not technically out the money,
Right.
but I'm sure Republic has a list, I just don't know.
Well, I guess what I think a lot happens is at the end of the year, Republic tells us how many tons they hauled out of Goodland, and then they
Gotcha.
establish how much we're gonna get, they're gonna charge us for the following year. So I'm guessing when they got 2 cans is adding to the tonnage,
Yeah,
but
which is odd.
only comes to us, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
I know.
didn't That's how it works.
I know 2 or 3 other towns that there's a second fee for a trash can, you know, I mean, it's maybe only a third the cost of the first can on monthly service, but there is a charge for a second can. And I just see a lot of people adding cans, so.
I know it adds to Tina's workload, but it's really not a bad idea for everything to pass through the town. So we can
Right.
keep track of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a contract change with them or what's in place already.
I can't imagine Republic being able to keep track of how much tonnage comes off the second can. I wonder if
No.
we're paying for the tonnage no matter what.
Right.
It's my
Well,
guess.
they're using that to recalculate what your
Yeah.
daily fee is gonna be when you redo the contract. I get exactly.
Why don't we have,
Like that.
can you research that with them? Look into that, just see what's going on.
Yeah, and if we can come up with something that helps the citizens and, you know, doesn't charge them full price for both cans, but it all passes through us, so at least we know when we get the rates reassessed, that it's legitimate.
Right.
Okay, on the water. We do daily water testing for free and total chlorine, both at the plant and in the distribution system. Currently, we're using Casey's for that. It used to be Town Hall, but there's so much piping here that doesn't get enough water turnover that it wasn't productive. Daily recording of sulfuric acid usage, chlorine usage, and recording the water production at the plant daily. Monthly meter readings, weekly refilling of sulfuric acid day tank. We took our state required monthly total coliform, which the general public knows is a bacteria test, drop it off at the lab in Rensselaer, we have to do that once a month. We changed 3 empty chlorine cylinders at the drinking water plant in the past 35 days. Met with Water Solutions to take delivery of chemicals at the plant, completed all IDEM and EPA paperwork, completed our monthly water shutoff list, turned water on as delinquent bills are paid. We have our engineer looking into grant funding still for the 34 fire hydrants that we want replaced. That time we'll be doing some inspections of the lines that these hydrants are on for our own notes, so we know what is prioritized when we start replacing lines. Did a couple final reads for Tina, which we do every month. 523 South Central, 121 North Benton, 309 North Newton, turned water on at 319 West Jasper, checked for leaks at 224 West Wayland and 115 West Jasper, replaced the water meter lid at 121 West Prairie,
With the radio read?
Yep.
What happened to the old one?
We believe it was drove over and broke. I think it was directly across the street from your house. Yeah, 121 West Prairie. So we had
I think I remember that.
we had stuff going on there, and then the fiber, the internet people had trucks going through, but it was so mud covered, I have no clue who broke it, and we've got those lids. It didn't break the meter reads themselves. We were able to just, they're pretty hardy. You can just screw them into another lid.
Yeah, because the fiber optic got broke
Yep.
during that.
I didn't do it.
Repaired a leak at the drinking water plant. The main line that comes in from the wells had a leak. We repaired that. We assisted with the leak repair along with Briette's at 110 East Wayland, which would be Dave Welsh's house. Switch our production well from number 1 to number 2. It's been 12 months. We've been running on well 1. We went to well 2, and we're gonna run that through the winter months with 3 as the live pump. And we shut a water off at 310 South Iroquois Street, and that's what I've got for water. Parks, we picked a location for the park board storage building, which I said had in the report last month. It's gonna go right next to the aggregate building and the empty parking lot behind the bank. Where the old shed burned down, we cleaned that space up. I did talk to the contractor about using a side of the aggregate building to attach this building to save some cost, and he's okay with that. So I think that's how that's gonna work. We'll be replacing the decking on the walk bridge to the pond tomorrow. I purchased the materials today, they're in the shop. There was one board broke. I'm not just gonna place for one board, it all needs done. So we bought the treated lumber to do it, but we did it tomorrow. We have a contractor completing a quote for the replacement of the pavilion at Foster Park. He's gonna give us a repair cost and replacement cost just for future reference. Materials may fluctuate between now and then, but at least we'll have an idea when we start talking about capital improvements. We started mowing the ballparks twice a week again for fall ball prior to last month's meeting. Still doing that.
Ball ball is now.
Yeah, I haven't got a message to say it was, so we're still doing it.
It's over.
Last
I can
week was the
confirm
last
it's
game.
done,
Okay.
but I don't know if that changes.
I wondered, I saw people at Kentland's Park
I think
tonight,
it's-
so I thought maybe it was still going, but
I wanna say last Saturday was, or the Saturday before was the last game.
duly noted. We're still waiting on Town and Country to come give us a quote to either fix or repair the tennis courts at Foster Park and turn them into the multi-use surface that I was wanting to do, tennis and pickleball. And we have replaced the lattice at the gazebo at Foster Park.
And with the Town and Country, they're going to crack fill and paint the striping for up around Harvest.
Yeah, I got that on miscellaneous and not on parks.
Okay.
But yes, when they come to town, they're gonna be getting us quotes on both. And I saw them crack ceiling in Kentland this weekend, so I would assume they would be calling me, but I haven't.
Well, I tried to add some to what they was gonna do in Kentland, and they said, too late.
I told them about the airport. So.
Yeah, they said too late.
Under miscellaneous, just got the fire drill for Rec Steps and Head Start that either Case and or I do every month for them. Turning time cards into Tina when she asks for them Monday mornings. Smart Roofing has cleaned and repaired the roof at Town Hall.
And I understand that primarily the problems were around the drains, just
They took
dirt.
6 5-gallon buckets of dirt off the top of that building that were impeding the water flow to the drains that were constructed on the roof.
What's his opinion on the life we have left remaining in that roof?
He didn't seem to have any problems with the roof. He didn't tell me remaining life. He said there was one seam that water was sitting on that he wanted to reseal while he was up there, which they did. But for his life expectancy, he didn't say. We will be replacing the ceiling tiles now that that's done in the weeks to come. Hopefully with the rains we have, we'll find out real quick if it did the job or not.
I have that's me over here. So Ashley sent me a picture, and I haven't seen you, and I never thought about it, because I have it on my phone, but in the women's bathroom in the gym, we're thinking this might be leaking right there, because that tile is all wet and it's got mold growing on it now.
I'll have to have her show
You've
me.
never had it before either.
Right. So this was Saturday or Sunday, you sent it to
No
me?
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first I've heard, so I'll go look at it tomorrow.
Right, it's pretty.
Yeah, we just found it, but.
That's it,
Right,
that's
It's
it.
odd,
to me
because it
yesterday.
hasn't been that before, and I thought maybe since they took that stuff off the roof,
Well,
That-
that's the
Send it
first
to
place
you.
they cleaned
kind
it.
of opened it up.
He went up the ladder at those double doors that we used to store the snow blower in, and had a 5-gallon bucket full before I ever even went to the
Oh,
main part of
there's
the roof.
chunks. Ew. There's growth in it. It's awful.
Completion of our monthly report of operations, and I've already talked about the crack ceiling at the bank. And we are going to obtain 3 quotes on most of the concrete approaches and sidewalks in the town hall building and the public works building for future improvements.
Anything else,
That's what I've
Dustin?
got.
Anybody have anything for Dustin?
I think we need to add the tower inspection to the list. It's been a few years. I think we're supposed to get it done every 3 years or
Yeah,
5
we
years, and I think we passed last time because we couldn't
We
get
did
the,
it last year.
couldn't get the scuba divers to come, could we, or something?
Last year, we did, they emptied it last year.
No.
Beginning, like the beginning of spring last year, if I remember right. I'll go back and look. Yeah, there was a certain price for the ROV, the robot to swim it. They didn't have swimmers, so we drained it and ran the town on VFDs while we did it, and then they hyperchlorinated
Okay.
and we filled it back up.
Okay.
Because, I only remember that because they drove in there and I was waiting for them to stop, and they ran over 3 of our valves and popped the tire on their service truck. So we had to take the tire off and run it over to Rensselaer to I-65, get it fixed while we were doing the fix.
Anybody have anything else for Dustin?
I have a question about the handicap things. I don't know if it's for Dustin or for you guys, but
That's me.
the handicap doors, I don't know if they're just not on or if they're not working, but a couple of, and I meant to test them today to find out, but a couple of people had asked me about it, and I said, well, I'll ask the guys about it. I mean, they.
So I've pushed those buttons since I've been hired here and they've never worked.
You gotta turn them on.
And Kay said they need to be turned on. I don't have a
Right,
key to
they-
those.
Well, it's your
Okay.
master, it's your master key.
My
That's all
master
it
key
is.
works on that?
Yes,
Okay.
but
I
the
never really
one,
thought that my
if
door
you,
key would work on that, but
Will ours turn that on?
the one that you use for when you clean
For
the
cleaning?
building, yes.
yeah.
But the one that comes into, from the outside into the main door, it doesn't always work.
Okay.
Okay.
And Case had no helps look at it, and they said it would take special parts and blah, 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 and it never got fixed.
We're gonna explore a different contractor for doors.
Oh, thank God.
They have not been very timely and I'm not impressed, so
They're outrageous.
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
We kind of need to do something with some regular cleaning and stocking of the park restrooms. I don't think we can expect Dustin's crew to do it because that doesn't fit well with water leaks and other things that they have to do. And I've asked Tina to look into, see what the ladies that clean this building would charge. And I think they said $400 a month or
400.
a month,
Because we split it.
okay? And that would be what, a daily check or what?
From my understanding, it would be, we would go every morning to unlock it, every evening, because we're here till about 4:30, 5 o'clock, we'd lock it up. Also, daily checks, you know, as we're locking it, check it, see if it needs clean, and then clean it as we go.
So I approached the girls about it. We were trying to find volunteers to, if nothing else, lock these at night and unlock them. You know, we get busy doing daily things. A Couple people showed interest, nobody really, you know, nobody really said yes. So I thought, hey, if we're gonna pay somebody to clean it, they have to be checking the stuff anyway. Currently, these 2 girls are coming to work here every single day and leaving, you know, around about the same time we want them unlocked and locked. We were just keeping them unlocked. We have them under camera, but we had a homeless gal living in the girls' bathroom.
That's actually one of the calls that's on that
They ended
report. It's labeled as an unwanted guest, I think.
They took all the toiletries out of the bathroom. They smeared feces all over the bathroom. It was nasty, and so I was like, you know what, I'm not dealing with it. So they've been locked. John had a family get-together, and I don't know, did you unlock them for that, John? Did somebody unlock them for you?
When was this?
You told me you were gonna have a family get-together at the park and you needed those bathrooms.
Labor Day weekend.
Were they open?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
come by the other day and the men's was standing open.
Correct.
So I stopped up there and I just locked it.
We went the other day also. I don't know who's doing it. I haven't, the mowing crew there has asked for a key. I've not given them a key yet because I haven't had a chance to talk to you about it. And not that I think they're irresponsible at all. I think they'd be fine. But the last 2 times I went up there, every door's been locked like I left it and the men's bathroom has been open again. So I don't know who's opening the men's bathroom, but they have to either have a town master or a key to that park bathroom, and I've only given the key to one person and it's Dylan.
Can we find out by looking at the camera?
I've tried. We
You guys got
can't
me.
see anything. Well, what I'm saying is, I don't know how
Yeah.
that's getting opened.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, so
Are those gonna be open in the wintertime, or are you gonna?
We have the ability
winterize
to
them?
keep them on. They are, they do have full HVAC, so we can do winter, summer, which I wanted to do when we talked about this initially, in case any events came up. They were doing the Christmas thing. You guys do that at the park? Do you do it at the fire department?
Fire department.
Well, I did mention to Jim when we originally talked about this, I'm like, hey, it would be a good deal to have these available in the winter if they did something in the winter. And they wanted to utilize that big space. So yes, they have the abilities, but we also put, we put a structure in the park with a low point drain. So it's real easy for me to winterize them if I need to. It takes about 15 minutes for one person. So I can do either or. Probably what I'll do is winterize them in the upcoming weeks. And if we need to use them, it's just turning the one valve on.
I stopped by there, I think must have been the time the feces was in the bathroom. And what I noticed is it looks like there would be very difficult to clean with the floors that we have in there, and we need something a little more cleanable or something.
Well, the floors don't mop bad. I mean, they are a smooth concrete, but they're just bare concrete. You know, there's no type of coating. We could see if we could have.
Like a non-slip
Yeah, we
paint
could,
coating
we
that
could do an
is
epoxy with
easier
the flakes in
to,
it.
something that would be safety mindful as well.
Yeah,
We
it just
could do
looked,
epoxy.
looked like it'd be hard to clean when I glanced at it, I don't know.
Well,
They never put a hose outlet in there.
Oh,
Should have put a hose outlet, you could flush it.
We didn't want a hose outlet.
Should have.
No, there's frost-free hydrants all over the park, and the utility sink in the room right next to it has a hose outlet on it.
okay,
But the
so,
rooms aren't made to just be sprayed down with a hose anyway. I mean,
well, let's talk about upgrading the floor in the spring,
Yep.
okay? Meanwhile, what do we want to do about cleaning?
I'm fine with that number.
I would also think that if we have a key, we're both pretty reachable. If there's an event, like, we could help out with that, making sure, you know, getting it unlocked and locked and what have you.
I'd say short of we probably should leave them locked from what?
November to the end of February.
Yeah, November to February, unless there's some kind of an event. You say you're good with the number?
Yeah.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
It's been moved, we have a second?
second.
Been moved and seconded to accept a $400 per month bid for the months that they're open. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, ladies.
Also, I was notified that there's some tables for the gym. There's a few tables that need to be replaced. They're kind of broken up. Do you have any idea how many?
I know at least of 2.
I was gonna say, I think there might be
Because,
3 or
well,
4 in there.
Ones that just used it a week ago Saturday. He called me and told me that they accidentally broke a table. They put something too heavy on it. He told me where he put it. He paid for that table, $160, because I
Okay.
looked on Amazon to see what the table would cost. So he made his table good. I think Victoria's Life Church has damaged some and not told me.
I'll make
Because
a motion, we buy up to 6 tables.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Is it okay to move those broken ones out to the
Trash.
dumpster?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're kind of a safety hazard sitting
So
in there.
somebody
Do you
needs,
want all
If you
long
just set them to the
tables?
side there, Mo, when I come look at that leak
Tables,
tomorrow,
or
we'll
do
just
you
take
want
them to a bigger dumpster.
mixture of
use
round
your
and-
judgment.
Okay.
And also, somebody needs to look through them and, pick the 6 worst ones and get rid of them or whatever. And then let us know if that's enough or too many or you need more or whatever.
Okay.
You gonna need another cart then?
Well, we're not really increasing the number of tables, we're just,
Well, there's too many for the cart they got.
oh, there is?
Oh, yeah.
The round ones don't fit on the cart, right? It's just the rectangle
Well, I'm
ones
not-
are on the
yeah, I'm not
cart?
worried about the round ones.
Okay.
The rectangular ones, the last time I helped
We
use
had
it,
10.
it took about 3 people to make the cart move, because there's too much weight on
Well, during the dinners, they take and we carry them out individually. So they don't, yeah.
But there's
it.
some.
If you only
people
got one
that-
guy getting it ready, you're in trouble.
Yeah. it's,
Okay, Judd, you're up.
I got the deed from Dental Enterprises signed that matches the one that you swapped with, and that's off to be recorded, but not back yet. I just sent it last week. They just signed it early last week. And I have not heard anything from Sweet Corn or Gold Torch or Inca Grain. Haven't heard anything on any of that.
Inco Grain drilled a well, so I think that's dead.
Okay.
Anybody have anything else they'd like to bring up with the council? Tom?
Our discussion last month, you're gonna take care of it?
I think we got it handled.
Do you know where it's at?
I don't care where it's at. We're talking about the trailer, that trailer situation. I think there was some political games being played, and I'm not gonna get in the middle of.
That's not a political game, I mean, it's.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
If
there
you,
was major.
if you looked into, I did look into it,
But I
and,
mean, I wasn't.
no, you weren't. No, there were some political games going on, and I'm not gonna participate.
But it,
But needless to say, it's been handled. Anybody else?
I just have a question, because I know somebody has said in the past that the town has been able to do, that there's some type of state grants or that can be looked at to help some of these houses that are needing repairs, that they can put something in for. Is that something the town could look into again for a lot of the houses?
Yeah, we probably,
I just think that would be really helpful, because with our economy the way it is right now, people need help.
yeah. Yeah, I will send Kirksey is the one that headed that up, and I will send him an email. I just seen the other day where $1.5 million or something like that got awarded to a total of 4 towns. So yeah, if you guys are okay with that, I'll ask Edwin if he could look into that again for us.
Absolutely. Perfect.
I have a question. At the library, there is a really cool mosaic wildcat thing, and it has been sitting over there ever since I've been in this building, and I never remember at the right time. I don't know who it belongs to, but I think it would be really cool to bring it over here to this building, because I am assuming that,
Well, it belongs
It's-
here. My class
Okay.
made that in elementary school.
so that's why I figured it was something that
And it
had,
hangs
you know,
on the
is a
wall.
remnant of the school, and I think, I actually tried to lift it and it's super light. I thought it was
But the
gonna be
reason
like
that-
really heavy, and I thought if I could carry it, well, it's super light, but then I forget to ask permission, like who needs to give permission for that to come over here and
Listen,
maybe
I
get
think the only
displayed
reason it was
somewhere.
ever moved to the library, because when the school moved out of here, it wasn't given to the town at that time. The school still owned the building, and remember, it sat, and so they took that out of there and just took it to the library, thinking probably this building was gonna get demolished.
Yeah.
Where would we put it?
I mean, I don't really know.
Right above her head.
For sure. I thought it would be nice to display it out in the front area somewhere, you know.
That's cool. It's
It really is cool.
this
It's
big and it's stained glass, and
it's mosaic.
we
It's
glued it
similar
on
to the
wood,
mosaic.
so it's not leaded stained glass, but
Yeah.
it's glued on wood, and it's the Goodland Wildcat logo.
I don't have any objections to that, do you guys?
Nope.
You know, it works for me. We
If they find a
need to have
place.
a nice place to put it.
Okay.
Jed, did we finish with you?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to the council? I'll make a motion to adjourn after we review claims.
Hey, Tom.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Put it down in the lobby.